Did you know that the instant coffee you drink every morning goes through a fascinating process? One that involves freezing, spraying, and even vacuum drying? Let's take a look at how millions of coffee granules are made each day. And stay tuned until the end to discover the secret behind preserving its rich aroma. The process of making instant coffee starts with choosing the right coffee beans. Factories carefully source beans from coffee-growing countries like Brazil, Colombia, and Vietnam. The type of beans used directly affects the flavor. Some are bold and strong, while others are smooth and mild. Once the beans arrive at the factory, workers meticulously inspect them to ensure only the best ones make it through. Next, the beans are roasted in massive industrial machines at extremely high temperatures, typically around 200 degrees Celsius, 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Roasting is what gives coffee its deep, rich aroma and signature brown color. The longer the beans are roasted, the darker and stronger the coffee becomes. Factories closely monitor both time and temperature to perfectly balance the flavor. And once roasting is complete, the beans are quickly cooled to prevent overcooking, locking in that distinct, irresistible taste. After the coffee beans are roasted to bring out their rich flavor, they must be ground into a fine powder. This is done using powerful industrial grinders that crush the roasted beans into tiny pieces. The goal is to make the coffee fine enough so all its flavors can be extracted effortlessly. But instead of packing this ground coffee straight into jars, factories take an extra step. They brew it, just like you would at home, but on a massive scale. Huge brewing machines mix the ground coffee with hot water, extracting every bit of flavor, aroma, and caffeine. The water temperature and brewing time are carefully controlled to achieve the perfect taste. Once the brewing is complete, the liquid coffee is filtered to remove any solid particles. What remains is a strong, aromatic coffee liquid, smelling just like a freshly brewed cup. But this liquid can't be packaged as it is. To create instant coffee, factories must remove all the water while preserving the rich coffee flavor. There are two main methods to achieve this: spray drying and freeze drying. Spray drying is the faster and more cost-effective method. The hot coffee liquid is sprayed into a tall tower filled with extremely hot air, about 200 degrees Celsius. As the tiny coffee droplets descend, the heat evaporates the water almost instantly, leaving behind dry coffee powder. This process is quick, but the intense heat can sometimes diminish the coffee's rich aroma. Freeze drying, on the other hand, is a slower but superior method in terms of quality. First, the brewed coffee is frozen into large slabs at -40 degrees Celsius. These frozen slabs are then broken into smaller pieces and undergo vacuum drying, a process where the frozen water transforms directly into gas without melting. This is called sublimation. This method helps retain more of the coffee's natural flavors and aromas, resulting in a fresher taste when mixed with hot water. In the end, both methods remove all the water, leaving behind dry coffee granules or powder that dissolve quickly when you add hot water. The next step is granulation, turning the fine coffee powder into small, even-sized pieces. This step is crucial because tiny coffee particles can be messy and difficult to dissolve. To solve this, factories use machines that clump them together into uniform granules. These granules dissolve more easily in hot water, making your instant coffee smooth and quick to prepare. After granulation, the coffee goes through rigorous quality control to ensure it meets the highest standards before being packaged. Factory workers and machines check for moisture levels to keep the coffee dry and fresh, granule size so they dissolve properly, and aroma, preserving that rich coffee smell. Some factories even have professional tasters who sample the coffee to guarantee it tastes just right. If a batch doesn't meet quality standards, it is either reprocessed or discarded, ensuring that only the best instant coffee reaches your cup. After the coffee is dried into small granules, it is ready to be packed. Factories use high-speed machines to fill coffee into different types of packaging: glass jars, plastic containers, and small sachets. These machines measure the exact amount needed and seal the packages tightly to keep the coffee fresh. Some packages even have a special layer inside to prevent moisture from getting in, helping the coffee last longer. The finished packages are then placed into large cardboard boxes and stacked onto pallets. These pallets are loaded onto trucks and shipped to stores, supermarkets, and online sellers worldwide. And just like that, the coffee reaches homes, where people can simply add hot water and enjoy a fresh cup of instant coffee in seconds. But did you know that instant coffee was originally made for soldiers, giving them a quick and easy way to make coffee in the field? Today, millions of people enjoy it because it's fast, convenient, and always ready when you need it. So, what do you think? Which method makes the best instant coffee? Spray drying or freeze drying? Let me know in the comments.